You are now rocking with the best, back again with another 9.9 episode. Welcome to Heroes After Dark, where we discuss life, love, and the pursuit of that comic grail. Before we begin, we thank you for joining us. Hit that button, please. And if you're new to the channel, of course, you got to hit that subscribe button. We got some great content. The heroes are assembled, so let's begin. We're talking about the comic pickup. What we got, heroes? Let's start with you first, Black Supernova.
All right, so this week I had one of the cover buys. Now, if you watch Rex and Red's top 5, we talk about weekly cover buys, and this is one I had to snag. I'm a huge fan of the movie, so I wanted to go ahead and show off my homage.
Nice.
Edge of Spider-Verse #3,
Nice.
based off the movie, 9.8. They said Spider-Boy Origin is in here. I didn't get it for that. I got it strictly for the cover. So this is one of my cover buys. And for the week, 9.8 slab. Can't beat it.
Yeah, can't beat that. Great art.
I ain't mad at that, bro.
All
What you
right.
got?
Battle of the Planets, man.
Let's go.
Freaking love this book. Old
G-Force.
school.
Wow.
That's some old
Yeah.
school.
It's
Old
hard to
school,
find.
baby.
That's a hard book to find.
G-Force. It's one of my. I'm a big anime head. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when it was Japanimation, but when Cartoon Network first came out, they had G-Force on heavy rotation, and so I got into it hardcore. But every time I see this book, no matter what condition, I try to pick it up. But I was able to pick it up in an 8.5, so I'm all, I'm grinning from ear to ear, baby. So this is what I picked up. All love.
Yeah.
Congrats. That's
nice.
a good
Congrats
book.
on that, man.
Yeah.
That looks
Yeah.
dope.
And high grades, you cannot find those books. So, all right, we're on to me. Let's we got a few pickups. So let's start first. You got to talk about X-Men 14.
There
Yeah,
it
we're gonna
is.
talk about that later.
We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about
we'll
that.
talk about that later.
We all got
We'll-
feelings on that.
We got feelings.
We got feels. It's in the fields.
We also got feels on that.
Oh, I'm only here for Taylor Swift.
I knew you were a
Right.
Swiftie. You were undercover Swiftie.
He is a Swiftie.
Yeah.
But then
It's coming out slowly.
yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Hey.
Oldie but a goodie.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. Now this is the time to buy.
This
This
is
is
at
at-
the
this is at
It
the
is.
low.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And
You
then,
trying to
of
move in
course-
on my women? You
Oh,
moving
yeah.
in on my woman?
But you know,
Oh,
this is one of my favorite books.
Bro,
Hope
Yeah.
102. Yeah, absolutely love
Why?
this book.
Tell them why.
Well, after Tales to Astonish 101, Hulk went back into continuity, starting with the Incredible Hulk. So this is where it picks back up. This is the origin of Bruce Banner retold all over again. Absolutely incredible. The art, the colors. I know there's some of you guys that hate on brown colored books, namely Fantastic Four. You know who you are.
50. Specifically.
Specifically, you know who you are.
It
But
works
this,
on this one though, Willie. It does, because that green, the yellow, the other colors actually offset.
Yeah,
it,
that
and
cover
it's-
is amazing, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
too, man.
And
That's
that's,
one
that
of- that's one
old
of the-
school
that pop.
Hawk. That's
Yeah.
that old school art.
yeah,
And it
beautiful
blends in.
cover.
It blends in really, really, really good.
Yeah. So can't go wrong with that. So
It's approved.
those-
I like it.
Yeah.
you approve. All right, thank you. Those are my pickups for the week.
Was that a
Oh.
Mylar? Is that
Yeah.
why it looks so good?
You gotta have a Kardashian on there. I mean, you gotta have Skims on the book. I mean, my goodness, you just can't have it out looking so.
I'm like, why is it popping like that? You know?
All
That
right.
thing was popping, bro.
So it's been what, a couple of weeks since we've done a whole video. I'm gonna show you the two top ones that I picked up recently, right? And this is a collab. This is a collab. There was actually 3 of them at one point.
Wow.
There was a
And
3.5
Ooh.
that I sold during an auction on YouTube.
Ooh.
The 6.5 is staying. The 5.0, on the other hand, is up for sale. So if you're watching this video and you're interested in this book, hit me up on IG.
Dollar sign.
Yeah, hit me up on IG, man.
$100.
Yeah.
Let me know if
Hit
you're
'em up.
interested in that.
Yes, please. Yes, sir.
Let's go. And before you go, Big Mike, this is actually Big Mike just came back from New York recently. He was over at New York Comic Con. He's back. That's where you guys hadn't seen him in a little bit. And man, he came back with some heat. So please go ahead and share it with us, man.
Man,
Flame on.
guys, New York Comic Con was off the chain. It was crazy because where I was with David Nakayama, helping people out with his art. So thank you to everybody who came out and allowed me to assist them, who wanted to speak and talk with David. So thank you guys so much for that. I had James Tynion. I had James the Fourth. We just call him James the Fourth. He was literally right behind me, which was crazy because there were a lot of great artists down in Artist Alley. Went upstairs on the top floor. You want to talk about a madhouse. If you guys have been to New York Comic Con, you understand. If you've never been, I don't even know how to describe it. Just picture New York just on Christmas Day, New Year's Day, and a lot of people just geeking out over comics. Like seriously, it was amazing. And definitely will kind of show you guys what was there, just so you kind of have a sense of the gravity, because they had like a giant sized Luffy. They had a larger than life Nine Tails from Naruto. There was this one room that was like a 3D, like you looking at it, and it's a room. You literally walk into it and kneel down, but from the outside, it's all 3D. How they had a forced perspective that you're just looking at something. It's like, wait, it looks like it has no depth. Yeah. So New York Comic Con, for just the sheer gravity of what they had, was on another level. And then talking about the artists, Peach Momoko did great as always. You want to talk? Just name somebody. They were there. Rose Besh, got a chance to see her. Chrissy Zulo came by. So it's just the who's who in the comic industry was there, which was awesome. But I was able to pick up some stuff because one of the few things at the Marvel booth, if you had a Marvel Unlimited subscription, they were giving away variants. They were just giving away books. So you got to spin a wheel, and if you spun the wheel, you got a book. I didn't get the book. I actually got a free comic, digital comic. So you know what? Something free, you'll take it. But
That's
if you
cool.
had the Marvel Unlimited, this is what they gave you, just for having Marvel Unlimited subscription, which was
There's
really
the shark
dope.
right there.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
Jeff the
Jeff.
Land Shark and Starks
Shout out to Red
Yeah.
5. Jeff, that's his guy.
He's right there. He's in there. He's in
and
there.
Lockhart above.
Oh, now the one variant that I really was going after, because at the end of the day, it is all about the ladies. So the Zatanna foil that was there, I really, really liked that coming out.
Yeah.
So that was a pickup. That was one of the few pickups that I was able to pick up. Now, I worked with David Nakayama, and obviously, as not only a friend and a fan of David, I had to pick up some of his stuff, right? And especially some of the newer stuff that came out. So one was from the new X-Men, because one of the biggest things that he's done, well, not one of the biggest, but one of many biggest things that he's done has been the Hellfire Gala set. So with the Hellfire Gala set, this was one that he did, and I got all the Virgin variants is what I picked up. So that is one for Rasputin that's there,
Man.
which I love this cover.
That's tough.
Good cover, man.
I ain't see
Another-
that. You hear that from me, bro?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh wow.
this is another one he did.
Yes, sir.
There
So
you go.
these are all from the new Hellfire set. So I just grabbed the Virgin variant,
I
the
love his
Virgins
work,
that he
man.
did for
God, I
him.
love his
'Cause
work.
I love to see the full art. Now the magazine covers, so the Hellfire set with the magazine style looks amazing, but I like the art, so I just like to see it all displayed. This was one. Now, can you guys
Yeah.
say where this is from, or after? I should say who is after. It's a Jim Lee. It's after. So David did it after Jim Lee. So this is a Jim Lee inspired set. So if you think back, Jim Lee actually did a print, an art, just similar to this. So David actually recreated this, inspired by Jim Lee himself. And there it is, down in the corner is actually Jim DNA after
Lee.
Lee.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's how he set it up.
I love
So-
everything about that cover.
Now another one, because you know it's all about the ladies. And
That's sick.
Man, you was high. You was holding out, man. Okay. I usually go by and raid the fort. You ain't tell me about that one.
Read the four.
Kept those in the vault.
hide your women, hide your kids. Here come Brad. Now,
How your women for real?
Yeah,
Definitely
hide your
hide your
comics.
Brad's on the loose.
now,
That junk is
now-
cold, man.
now, there was one foil that was probably one of the best foils I seen done. Thank you, Marvel, for putting this together. Thank you, David, for working with Marvel to get this created, because it is the magic
yes.
cover.
Oh,
that we've
man.
done.
Good Lord, man. Hold on.
So
That's fire,
Bananas.
bro.
this foil and this magic
Wow.
is just one that I was like, you know what? It is so dope. Just how they did the foil overlay, just kind of how they did it. It's almost like the fire is just kind of stepping out. It's not even part of the book. It's like
Yeah.
separate. And just her sword, her soul sword. That too. This cover is just phenomenal. So phenomenal art,
Yo,
phenomenal
e-
foil.
even as you're displaying it though, Mike, like when you tilt it
That's
just a
on
little bit,
point.
it looks different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that's
on point.
actually that's
the
a
color
Did it
great.
come
shifts
with the
look-
case?
Nah. So the case that we had specially made. So that's why it had the sketch on the bottom. So it was New
Okay.
York Comic
Okay.
Con
Oh, okay.
specifically. So
That's
we
nice,
weren't
man.
selling the
Alright.
case, but
Can you flip it over? Is there oh, okay. That's just
Oh.
the
Nice. That's dope.
publisher.
That's a dope
Yeah.
back too.
yeah. So, and I think if anybody's interested, definitely all the covers are still available on his on David's website. So if you go to David's website, you can still pick up a lot of the covers for the Hellfire set off his website as well.
Is
Now,
those frames available through David or?
no, not the frames. The
Okay.
frames were through a third-party company. I don't know if it was Gator Guard. I honestly don't know. I'll be honest with you.
Those are nice,
I-
man.
Yeah,
That was
That's a
nice.
great display. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take it to Google and see if we can find those.
Yeah. Did you stay the full week at Comic-Con? Were you there for the whole duration of the show or for a short period of time? So you worked it.
Bro, I was working. If you've ever come by David's booth, you know, and I apologize to some of the family and some of the friends that came by, that we were just that busy that I couldn't get to them. I think one or two times. It was just jam packed. And you know, at New York, there's so much to do, which is the crazy part, because there's so many people, but there's so much to do that you have to pick and choose. Like, hey, do I go see this artist or do I go to this panel? Do I go run over here? Because if you at their panels, like Marvel, at their panels, at the end of their panels, they give away something. So I was at one panel. I remember they started asking questions, and it was like Spider-Man questions, just like, oh, who's the cover? I think one was Rocket Racer was the answer for one of them, and I was like, I knew that answer, but the kid got some type of like exclusive variant for it, and I was like, man,
Oh,
I wish
Side
I
eyes.
was there. Like, he didn't even know it. Like, we yelling him, we giving him the answer so he can answer it. I'm like, man, I should get that. But you know, but anyway, we want to make sure the community does well.
Hey, Big Mike's for the kids, right? We love the kids out
For the
here.
babies.
For the kids.
It's for the
You
kids.
know, it's like, I love you, man.
Let me see that real quick.
For real.
Let me hold that down for you. You know, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold it. Don't worry. I got you. It's all good.
Yeah.
Now, the two final things was we had with us Anna. I don't know if you guys know Anna Zulo, but I got a chance to work with her, and her art book was there, so she was able to kind of share her art book with me,
that's
just
dope.
to kind of highlight some of the things.
Dude, follow
that
her
she
on
does.
Instagram, man. She got some great art on Instagram.
Wow.
So her stuff is amazing. She's an amazing artist as well. So definitely, if you don't know, she is amazing, and that's her little handle on the bag. So shout out to Anna. She is a phenomenal
Salute,
person.
Anna.
Yeah. And last but not least, guys, I did my first commission. So a lot of things I get done on covers. So I've had some work done on blank covers, but this was the first time I was able to talk to an artist that I got to meet and had a phenomenal rapport with. Can't wait to see them again. They're out in Singapore, so we started looking at schedules. So I think 2024 we may cross paths at least once or twice again next year, at least for New York Comic Con again next year, hopefully one other con. But you know, I love the ladies, and she was able to do a commission for me. Not even a print. I don't even want to call it a print, because it's not a print. It is a commission. It is a legit commission from start to finish, and it is X23. But as Nil said, she's no longer X23, right? Just
Yes,
get right to
sir.
it.
Oh,
Let's go.
Just
Wait
get
a
right
minute, hold
into
on.
it.
Bananas.
That's a 101 right there, bro.
bro.
Yeah, that's dope, bro.
It's nice.
That's
The
dope.
yeah, I am getting a frame put together, so this is going to go in a frame. This is the first A4 that I've actually commissioned from someone. So they explained to me as an artist that working on this style of paper, working on this medium, allows the colors to do exactly what they did, to allow those colors to pop, to allow them to have a little bit more freedom and flexibility in what they do as an artist compared to doing it on a blank cover. So if you're thinking of getting a sketch done on a blank cover versus an A4 or a different type of medium, they explained it to me that this gives them as artists more freedom to create something a little bit more with depth and a little bit more excitement. So
I can see
I'm,
that.
bro, I'm
So,
loving
all you
it.
so Mike, real quick. You said make me a piece of art with X23,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
ran with it.
She, yes, yes,
Jeez.
yes,
And a
yes.
touchdown with that one. That was
So Rosh Galin is who it is that hooked that up for me. Um, that,
Man,
and honestly, it was just that. I said favorite character was X23. She said I love X23. Said all right. I said whatever you want to put together, it's dealer's choice. And
she hooked you up. Good lord, man. It's a one of one.
that's
All right.
crazy. That's insane.
Yo, you know what I
artwork.
love
Yeah.
about it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Alex, as the anime guy,
Yes.
does she
I was
not
just,
look
she
like
looks
a
like Sailor
vampire?
Moon.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon.
I guess, yeah. There's a little anime kind of style
Yeah.
to it,
Wow.
but
Yeah.
It's definitely an anime style. It's like it's a nice little mix because it looks really good, man. It looks
I
mad
love
good.
it. Yeah, I
It
love
looks
that.
mad good.
and the fact that she added like details to the back, just kind of like almost like a wall, blood splatter on the wall. Yeah, and the anime style mixed in with it just made it more than what I
Yeah.
expected. This was
Yeah.
No,
way
that's
more
amazing.
than I expected.
Man, what she did with her hair, the use of colors.
Nah,
And
You want to know
that
what I'm
blood
noticing?
handprint.
Yeah.
and I like the
Exactly. That
bottom.
you beat me to it, Brad. You beat me to it. That handprint, dude, is like that handprint and that splatter up above her head, dude. Like that's really great detail. Because I'm like, she did that. She did that. I'm like,
Man, congratulations, bro.
that's nice,
Yeah.
Nah,
man.
thank you
Congrats.
guys.
She did the
Look,
thing.
I'm jealous.
you
I was just
came
saying,
back with some goodies.
Oh,
oh, Mike, you playing, bro? He really came back.
well, I would love to get the Heroes After Dark to New York Comic Con. Heroes After Dark, New York Comic Con 2024. I'm saying it now and I'm putting it into existence. Let's make it happen.
I'm here
Let's
for it.
go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah, for
New
sure.
York, New York. You need a
It's a
panel.
vape.
You want
Yeah.
the coolest guys around.
I'm not even gonna front. That'd be fun.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
I haven't
Team
been
New
in 2
York.
years, so I'm ready.
Hey, some of us got family out there too, bro.
See?
Yo, let's get it.
You got I almost had Nora coming out there. Nora was on his way
Yeah,
out.
man. Yeah, you know what, man? Let me tell you something. As soon as I told my wife, "Hey, I can get in for free to the con," she was like, looking up prices. You know what I mean? She was like, "Let's find out how much it's gonna cost for all of us to go." That's it was unexpected. That's all.
Yeah.
But next year
last
for
minute.
sure, we're gonna plan for it. We're going to Heroes Con. We're gonna definitely go to New York.
Yep.
Well,
That's it.
you definitely ain't going by yourself. Let's just say it
Oh,
like that.
No, we
Next
going.
year, you ain't going by yourself. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
Heroes, San Diego. I'll be at both of those.
Oh,
Locked.
Brad. Oof.
I'm literally thinking about. You know what? I
Locked.
mean, like since we had a whole lot of folks go out to Hero, I'm thinking about going to Baltimore.
Yeah, B-more might be the one.
Really?
I'm thinking about. I
Baltimore
mean,
Con is
they
sick.
say they say Baltimore is like the biggest for comics. It's the biggest. It's bigger than Heroes. That's what
Well,
I'm
what's
hearing. Things could-
Terrificon? Isn't Terrificon the next one?
Coming when con season starts, or
For what?
I'm not sure.
because usually Baltimore is after NY Comic Con. No, well, this year it's flipped. It came in the fall, not the spring. So Baltimore is usually in spring summer, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Baltimore it's after Heroes, I think.
Yeah, because Heroes is Father's Day, then Baltimore is right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to do Baltimore because I want to go in for specific, really obscure comics, and I got to go to the place where I feel like they may actually have them. Like,
Right,
Don't
you got to
sleep
go
on
to a
heroes,
con
bro.
for comics. Yeah.
no,
Don't
I'm
sleep
not. I'm not saying it's like it's like this. Just like I want to take my biggest loot to a specific con, and then once that loot is gone, your boy's dead. Like there is no more. It makes no sense for me to go to Heroes if, let's just say hypothetically, if Baltimore is before Heroes. You feel me? And then it
Yeah.
makes
Go to
no
the
sense
first
for
one.
me to go to Heroes. I mean, go to Baltimore if I go to Heroes. You feel me? It's kind of
hear
like it's like what's going to be the biggest, because anybody that's been to a con, you're gonna see something you want. If you think you're gonna go to a con and you ain't gonna see something you want to get, you got another thing coming. You're gonna see
Well,
something you want.
well, the main thing I would say is if you guys, as a team, if we narrow down some dates, because I know I've already started putting in time for next year. So I have at least 12 cons that I'm going to hit next year. Either, well, the 12 I'm hitting are all work related. So I
Heroes
want
on the road.
if somebody want to
One
roll
problem
with
is
me,
when Mike lands, he ain't having fun. His brother's working. Well, I mean, you're having fun, but you working though, man.
Yeah, different
yeah,
type of fun.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
different type of fun.
But
it's the
that's
best
just it.
type of fun.
If you guys know where y'all want to go, if there's a con you want to hit, then let's put the time. Like I have to book my time a year out. I'll be honest. Like I already booked out till October next year. So that's how my schedule runs. I know everybody's not the same, but if you know there's a con you want to hit, I'm definitely down. I think we should
Hey,
all start planning now.
start
Just put
selling
the
your
money
books.
down.
Start selling them books you don't want. For real.
So I was debating on. All right, nope, can't get rid of that. You want?
Come on
Nope,
now.
can't get rid of that. I was like, I don't know. I can't let go of my ladies.
Those ain't it. Those ain't it.
So now
Hey.
I'm curious, Big Mike. So you were I know you didn't have a lot of time at the show. Did you have a chance to dig for books at all? No.
Oh man,
Not even
No.
in the early when dealers are just open and you could hit the longs.
At the beginning. So a lot of people, and I know people ask, and I apologize to some of the friends that's out there because I'm like, oh, see if you can find this book, see if you can find that book. The time we get in is usually like 45 minutes to an hour before a show starts. So at the beginning of the day, you set your booth up because at night you kind of break everything down. You don't break it all down, but you put a few things underneath the table and take off your books. You don't want nobody just to walk by and just start snagging books. So you kind of hide, or, put everything under the table and underneath. But at the beginning, I got to reset all that up, reset his books out. So that's probably a half an hour, like 20 minutes to half an hour, me just kind of putting everything back together at the beginning. So half an hour breakdown, half an hour setup. And we're on the first floor. So if you've never been to New York, and you'll see, like, you come in from the ground floor into the Javits, right? So that's just the lobby area, if you want to call it a lobby area. And then artist alley, celebrity areas, and a few panel rooms are downstairs. And then to get back to the show floor, you got to come up to the lobby area and then go up again to the show floor. So where I was on the bottom floor, it wasn't so much that, oh, go look for books. I couldn't be on the top looking around because when I had what I was looking for, I think it was a book, and I was like 3 years ago. It was maybe right before COVID. So I was trying to find a book. It took me almost 3 hours. 3 hours. And I went through maybe 2 rows to try to get through to look for one book. So I'm hitting each dealer, and that's how many dealers there are. Like, I'm hitting each dealer, digging through their boxes, trying to find one book. And that took me 3 hours. And they were still another maybe 4 or 5 rows to go.
Oh wow.
So it's New York is is another level. Like, you have to be precise. If you're looking for variants, you got to know what booth you're going to. And usually Thursday, everybody's running around on Thursdays, hitting up each booth they want to get their variants. And then if same thing on Friday, you follow up, and then the next days you're just shopping and getting your signatures for everybody else.
Good lord.
So
okay.
Man, that
Where
sounds
is
like
the
a job.
convention?
You just described a job to me right now, bro.
For real, where is the convention by in New York? Is it close to the World Trade Center Tower, or
I say my New Yorkers can
Midtown, 34th between 11th and 12th, all the way down. Get off on the train and just keep walking. Just keep going. It's a hike, but it's
Just follow
well
the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
central.
all the nerds?
Yeah,
For
it's
older
central
nerds.
because I like where the Javits is at, and then you get a hotel, and yeah, you're gonna pay for it, right? Because it's New York prices.
Yeah,
So
you're
if you get a hotel right in that area, you can walk to Times Square. It's like you walk to everything, which is why you like to get a hotel there. Hotels are small as hell or pricey as hell, so one of the two. So when you're there, you're central. You don't have to worry about going to sleep, but
Right.
you want to be up early to get into the con because we got there. When we started walking in on setup days that first Thursday, people were lined up like an hour ahead,
Mm.
and we were like, "Dang, you guys outside over an hour before the show even starts."
It ain't that serious.
So it's
oh,
that serious.
NY Comic Con is serious.
Yeah, you think MegaCon, and I tell people ask me like, well, how New York compare to MegaCon? I'm like, there's no comparison. MegaCon is great, but you want a whole nother experience, just go to New York. It's you got a plan. If you go there
Like
without a
times
plan,
three?
what'd you say?
What do you say is like MegaCon times 3?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
serious? Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's much
Yeah.
better. But
Yeah.
it's interesting is that because they moved it to the fall, when it used to be in spring, you would have the Comic Con, you would have Book Expo, so you'd have BEA, New York Comic Con, and graduation all happening at the same time at the Javits Center simultaneously. So every day
Oh, God, that
there's
sounds
just
like a
a
headache.
massive amount of people because all the book publishers are there, all the comic publishers are there, and then you got college graduates in the middle of that.
It
But
sounds
it's
like
mad
chaos.
fun. Yeah, it's super fun though.
It
New
is
York
fun.
City is a fun place overall, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah, and with nice weather too, when the weather's nice, like this time it was a little bit cold starting out. Now I don't know what it was during the daytime, but I know like going in, it was a little cold, and leaving at night it was a little cold. But I was in a dungeon, so I couldn't tell you what the weather was like early. But I've been there, as a patron, just kind of going. On nice days, I'm outside taking photos. Everybody's like all the cosplayers, all the vendors. It's like yeah, it's just crazy.
Did you run into anybody that we know, or like extended people that maybe you've seen somewhere else from IG, YouTube, or anything like that?
Well, X, he was there. I was trying to think. Well, it was a few because like Very Gary, he was there. Reggie Collects, got a chance to talk to him as well.
Mm.
Very Gary, I didn't know did a show with David Nakayama at Midtown, and because he came by, say hi to David, we looked at he's like, oh hey, what's up? We started saying hi, and David was like, y'all know each other? I was like, just through IG, because I've usually hit Gary up once in a while back in the days we were buying stuff. So he's like, oh man, you work, yeah. So it's just that to reconnect like that.
Right.
King Lion on TikTok, if you never saw some of his stuff, you want to talk about somebody that's passionate about the industry and someone who has feelings about Batman overall. King Lion, got a chance to run into him. A few people that we know, like Nerdy Girl Jim was there, and some other people.
Was Lenny there?
Lenny was not. But his son JP was there.
There you go. All right.
Did you see Souza,
Yes, I did. She was on the
the
other side of me.
baby?
This guy.
I forgot about her. I did see her, and I was like, oh, there go Brad's woman right there. She had
Brad's
a,
woman. This man claiming the.
yeah. She doesn't know it, but that's Brad.
That's his thing.
Yeah. She was there because she was
The
right next to
baby.
Rashka. So her table was right next to Rashka. So as I was talking to Rashka about doing the commission and just getting to chat with them, with her table and crew, Souza was right next to. So.
Did you see Rosario again? And did you guys take that famous picture you guys keep taking?
No, I didn't.
Nah,
see
she
her
wasn't
at
there
New
this
York.
time.
Nah, not New York. So she's been doing the Fan Expo run. So and that's where I'm going next, San Francisco, Fan Expo, San Francisco. So I'll be out there for Thanksgiving weekend.
Man, this guy sounds
That'll be a
terrible.
fun one. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna see what it's like. So we'll see how that goes.
This is your first time doing that con?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So they picked me up for this one, and they asked me for New Orleans. So I'll be hitting New Orleans in January.
Oh, you going home?
Yeah, I get to go back home for a little bit. it's a quick weekend, quick in and out. So either go in an extra day or stay an extra day afterwards before I fly out. But
Bay Area,
Nice.
Bay Area.
but and for MegaCon, if you guys hitting up MegaCon, the voice actors for the X-Men cartoon. So that's who they're bringing out. They made the announcements for all of them because I think one of them unfortunately passed. But I think the whole crew is coming back, or we're going to have at least 5 to 6. So I think six of the voice actors. So definitely Rogue, Storm was announced as well. Beast, he's coming.
Wolverine, right? Wolverine.
I think Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine's going to be out with us as well. So they're going to be at MegaCon this year. So if you guys want to come out for that.
Now, which comic would you recommend getting signed?
X-Men Adventures.
For that one?
X-Men Avengers 1. Yeah.
Oh,
It was already, as soon as he said it, I was like, yep, I know which one I'm taking.
Yeah,
That's
I got
the
a
move.
stack of them joints too, boy, because back in the
Or-
day, you could find them in a dollar bin.
yeah,
or a custom.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
custom?
yeah. A custom cover.
Oh.
But that X-Men Adventures, if you wanted to have all of them signed, I think that would be a great day. Somebody
He
had
just
it
happens
ready.
to have one next to him. Why? What are you
Yes,
doing
sir.
though?
I was doing. I had to do a spreadsheet, so this was in my pile of books I had to input. So when you said it, I was like,
I want to say I got it, man, but I'm not 100% sure. So like, I got to go out it because I remember Mike, you had said that they're coming or whatnot a while back, and I completely forgot about it. But now that you put me on game, I got to get that book because I would love because
Yes.
Me too.
that's what got me
Huge.
into comics. You feel
Pause.
me? Like
Yeah.
A lot of us.
that's what did it. So I would love to get all of their signatures.
Oh, I might have them sign my action figures because they're doing the reboot too, right? Aren't they
Yeah.
coming back for the reboot?
X-Men 97. Yep.
Yeah, which is why they're making the rounds now because of that coming back out. So they got the original writers
Good
and a lot of the
shit,
original team
MegaCon.
coming back.
Are
Yeah,
they
I
reusing
think
the
it's a
same
great
voice
idea to
actors?
bring them back.
That's a good one. MegaCon.
Are they still reusing the same voice actors for 97?
Yep.
Yeah.
It literally, from my understanding, is supposed to pick up where the show left.
Exactly. Yep. That's
My
what we're all
understanding,
hearing.
same artist, right? Same artist, same voice actors.
Writers, yep.
So
Everybody.
for us that grew up on that, we just like,
Well, the last
Come on, man.
season, the animation switched over to a new studio.
but
So
I think they're going back to the OG
okay.
guys. I think they're going back to that style at least. Either way, man, you get the same voice actors. I think at the end of the day, for me personally, the voice actors matters a little bit more to me.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah. Most definitely.
big time.
So if you see a shortage on eBay of all the X-Men adventures, just know me and tap the well. Pause on that because that sounded
They tapped the
nasty.
well.
That sounded kind of nasty.
Man's is tapping whales.
Pause on
Hey,
that.
this ain't that
fellas.
kind of show, Brad. This ain't that kind of show, brother.
Like, wow.
You see, even Mike had to take a pause for that. He left for a minute. He was like, "All right,
Ram was like, I want no parts.
You
Take
know,
me
Demonstration. I'm blacking out my screen.
Brad. You know,
But yeah,
Savage.
I definitely want to go. I'm probably gonna get that. I'm probably gonna get that signature.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm sending
that-
it right to CGC. 9-8 me.
Straight.
Do me right. 9-8 me.
For real. And see right what you just said is the killer part. I gotta try to it's one thing to try to get one, but of course the elitist in me wants that 9-8. So it's not just
Yeah.
buying that copy. It's nothing to buy that. I gotta really go out there.
Oh, it's
and
not
look.
in a bus, bruvs. That's
It's-
mandatory.
I'm straight NIF hunter all day, baby. Like
Hey.
for that,
Hey, yo.
chasing
Nine
them.
days I like to find.
It's nasty.
I got
tonight.
Well,
I,
we'll talk more because you guys, the way it's going to set up and what we're talking about doing, it's going to be really convenient. So once you get your book signed, you'll have an option to drop them right there to get graded as well. So
Oh, perfect.
yeah, just trying to make it really convenient for everybody.
Quick question, and we can edit this out. Is David thinking about doing what I think he's doing? Because he did that with WandaVision, right? So I'm just saying.
Oh, what? Making a cover?
Yeah.
I don't know. He ain't
Get
shared
David
that.
on the bad phone. David, if you hear us, we need an X-Men
Throw the
retro
signal.
cover. Oh, they got the what's the name too? The new ones that just come up. Of course, you want to get your hands on the X-Men Adventure 1 if you can. If you can't, they got the homage X-Men 92 retro cover that just came out with all of the cartoon characters on it as well. But either way, such an iconic series. I'm pumped to see all of the voice actors. I'm not gonna lie, I might shed a little tear, man, because they meant a lot to me. They meant a lot to me.
You gonna shed a thug tear? Just one.
Yo, a Saturday morning sitting in my mom's basement. Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. You already
Bro,
know.
And
When you
that
played
that
it,
intro,
Yes.
I'm so sorry, but that intro, I could not. I grew up on gospel music. Like listening to secular music was not allowed. Everybody else was doing drugs or whatever. I was sneaking, looking at BET and MTV.
Yeah, we were doing
But-
drugs. Definitely.
Yeah, we am looking at BET and MTV.
That's
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Some of y'all
But
were
I'm
doing
trying-
drugs. and
I'm
All
I'm
of
trying
the
to
trying
tell
to
above.
you, I'm trying to tell you that intro to that cartoon, bro. The guitar is my favorite instrument because of that cartoon.
Yeah.
The guitar, like from that, I had to like that. It opened me up to like other stuff. Like I could like listening to heavy metal and rock. That cartoon, straight up. Like
That's
how
wild.
could you do that? Dude, I was done. I used to play that. I used to play it over and over and over and over and over again. I used to be at my parents' house, my grandparents' house, and then from that, next thing you know, Korn, Slipknot, like we keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna let
Slippery
you
slope.
roll on that. Yeah.
I
You
might
keep
let
rolling.
them sign my shoebox too. They got all the X-Men on it.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
must cop. That's a must.
Yo, you think they would?
Of course.
Yeah, why
They'll sign
not?
anything for a price. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, wow.
They'll sign your arm. You can get it tattooed if you want. You can get the signature set. I wouldn't do that, but
Yeah.
I mean, they do have Tattoo Alley.
you're right.
People,
Yeah.
they can
Yeah,
do
right.
that. Tattoo
Yeah, yeah.
Alley is at
Yeah.
MegaCon,
Yeah.
so that ain't.
Somebody
ain't
did that
nothing.
for David. Somebody got David signed a guy's arm and he went and got it tattooed. He went and got it.
I'm not surprised. I'm not
Like,
surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
DNA.
So,
Got it.
yeah. I was like, all right. David was like, I can if you want. He was like, yeah, if you could. And he signed it, and the guy went and got it tattooed and brought it back and showed us.
Yeah,
Dude,
Brad.
I can't- I
That's
just-
not
I
a bad
just-
idea, Brad.
I'm just getting hyped for this. I mean, we just talking X-Men right now. Just in general, I'm just getting hyped for these next couple of years. Once 2025 is over and we can start getting some new X-Men out here, we got the X-Men cartoon finna drop. Yo, this is a good time. This is a good time to be alive, man. It's a good time to be
Yeah.
alive.
No doubt.
Great
no
time
doubt.
to
Hey,
be a collector.
hold on. And while we're talking about cons, real quick, before we, because I know we got to wrap it up here shortly, we want to talk about an event that our very own Tap Comics and All in All, aka Gerald, will be at. So for everybody that's locally here in Central Florida in Orlando, they're going to be set up over here at Fantasmicon or in Winter Park.
Yeah, you gotta pull up.
Yeah,
Yes,
the Winter Park
sir.
Library. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on
Come out.
November 11th from 12 to 4. Tap will be over there. We're all going to try to show up and show support and just hang out, have a
Right.
good time. So if you're in Central Florida, you're local, come through. Say what's up, man. You know,
Holler
come
at
by.
us.
Yeah,
You
If
got
you
the
want to
heroes
hear
will be
Tap
assembled.
sing that X-Men theme song again, pull up. You're gonna be singing that X-Men.
Yeah, bring
You
him a
gotta do it too,
bucket
like
of
this.
Angry Orchard.
That's how you greet him. When you see Tap, that's what you do. You hit it.
They'll give you that secret handshake, that secret
Yeah.
X-Men. Oh, you.
That's how you
X-Men?
tap in.
You a mutant? All right.
All day, all day.
I'll give you a discount. Mutant discount. So, guys, anything else? Anybody?
Nope. Show up to the
Let's say what's
show
up
up
to
to
the
the
people.
event. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be deals,
Nope,
baby.
take us
Deals
home,
all
brother.
day.
All right. So you heard from the heroes. We had the pickups. We heard about Comic-Con. We saw that variant. Hit DNA's shop. Get those X-Men books. We got a one-on-one original art. We got an event coming up. Pull up. Get in the comments if you're gonna stop by. If you want to do a meetup, who knows? Black Supernova, me, him, Comic Champ. We might have a couple of beers with you and Also, if you want that Hulk 180, you might be able to get a deal. So pull up, buy us a beer, and we'll see what happens. Just no Bud Light. It all goes downhill.
All Guinness, baby.
Yeah, more Guinness. So that's it. The heroes have assembled. We had a great time. And on that note, we say peace.